Thanks for joining us on Key Factors, presented by theraceguide.com.au. Stu Rich and Mike Wood here to take you through the guard at Rosehill Gardens this weekend. We've got plenty of best bets coming your way. Hopefully a lot of value in there as well. We'll have our charity multi there later in the show. And, well, Mike, how good's this? I mean, coming off the back of Newcastle, the Gong, these standalone meetings, what a 2 weeks of racing. How good?
Absolutely love the Gong. What an enjoyable weekend that was down there last weekend. It's great for racing these standalone meetings, but also great for the towns as well.
Yep.
End of spring, get away with the boys, a few beers, a bit of fishing. Got to the Calcutta on the Friday night, got a few winners on the Saturday. It doesn't get any better than that, Stu.
It does, mate. You mentioned the Calcutta there, and well, I'm just going to take the viewers back to a call I received. When was it? It was on Friday. You're obviously at the Calcutta. I reckon a few beers deep. Stu, I think I've gone a little bit deep here. I've ended up with 3 horses. Can you help me out, mate? Or the missus is really going to hear about this one.
I walked in to buy 1. I walked out with 3. I don't know what happened. A few beers under my belt, but you weren't complaining, were you, Stu?
Oh, I didn't, mate. The Wolf got us home. That's the main thing, mate.
Eldorado Dreaming cost us, but we got the winner. That's the main thing.
Mate, we got the winning. So that was the Calcutta, $100 hot seat, some great returns. The charity multi was firing. Mate, how good's this?
Yeah, it was a great weekend. It's been a tough few weeks. Talk about variance in racing. It's been pretty tough. I don't want any more variance. Nice, reliable returns from now on, Stu, please.
All right, well, let's start again with Rosehill. And look, we're on a good track, Mike. A chance of a little bit of rain, but
yeah,
we'll
Saturday
see.
afternoon, we'll see the storms coming in from the west, the northwest, maybe when that change comes through. It should be a good track. It's just a few mils forecast. The rail's back into the true, and usually it's a fair track at Rosehill.
All right, and of course, Mike, 5 key races, as always, we're going to look at here. How do we come up with these, mate?
Yeah, like the meeting down south last weekend. Not too sure about this meeting. It's a tricky meeting. Lots of open races, including those 2 highways.
Yeah, 2 of them.
Open early in the card. Not going to touch them. Race 4, we like that. And then we're going for the quaddy legs, race 6, 7, 8, 9, all the features. A couple of decent bets in there, we think.
All right, well, we love a quaddy, Mike. Of course, that's what we used to do the show on, but we're here to start with these 5 key races now. And we're kicking off with the 1,300 metre handicap, and let's go straight into the market for this one because we've got Suave, the favourite, $4.20, led and kicking on debut, and a big win at the latest, drawing the outside here. He's a hot shot, $6, reliable for Björn. Nash on, most importantly. Brasilica there, $6, some Canterbury Friday form. A little bit fitter now, though. There's Kateri there, $6.50. We've got Vitesse, $8. Did some work at Newcastle. The 1,300 looks to suit here. And, of course, Zavance and Alison of Tuffy there, Mike. And, of course, your girlfriend, Jen Rules from last week.
You'll see her in the second replay. One of my many girlfriends is Sydney Racing. Let's have a look at the winner, the unbeaten horse from the Godolphin stable. Catches your eye on the form guide straight away, doesn't it? Outside the lead, moves up, way too strong. How good was the win? There were 3 1,350 metre races on the card that day. It was the 3rd fastest. The sectionals to close were pretty good, though. She's a nice athletic type. She's a big striding type. Back to 1,300 metres, just not sure. But you can't deny she's a good horse, though, Stu.
Yeah, and look, that's what we're looking at here. We're looking at a good win. But look, you're the one, you do the facts, you do the figures, you do the sectionals. And so that's what you're saying to be a little bit risky of.
Yeah, had to win that race to be any chance in this race on Saturday. No depth to that form.
All right, well, we mentioned Jen Rules. We were on last week, Mike, but a few excuses. Was stuck wide. And, of course, Kylie's just going so strongly out in front. These 2 down the outside, though, what do we make of these runs?
Yeah, I think we call it spot rating, don't we? So this is a good form race for the fillies and mares. 1,200 metres, good track. They ran good time. Better than the other 1,200 metre race the same day. Kylie's back to form. You can't deny she's a great horse. Yep. The Snowden horse on the outside on the pink and Jen Rules run really good sectionals down the outside. And plus, there was inside bias, so you can probably give them a couple of lengths, I reckon, this stage.
Yeah, look, OK, just looking at those finishing off now, the only 2 to really make up ground, nice and wide there.
And they had Blazing Mist covered, which ties in the rest as well.
All right, well, here we are. We're going to dissect this first race we're looking at this weekend. We're here to light up all the gold here, Mike, as always, the form.
Jen Rules, the bias was against. She was a bit unlucky, so we're going to light her up from a better form reference. In Vinciano, look at that replay. She should have won last time.
Yeah, we were both on that one too. Let's get this race started. Keep your eyes on the top right-hand side of the screen. The first key factor is progression.
Variance or just plain bad luck. Let's move on. Suave, big progression. Brasilica second up for Waller can improve as well. In Vinciano, really progressive type, has never lost deep into a preparation.
All right, interesting. OK, so it's Suave, the one they have to get, but there's a few chasing. Mike, what about this distance?
Looking for what's it like the 1,300 metres. Generals should like the extra 100. And Vinciano surges late. She should like it too. OK, so we've got some value coming in here. Generals and Vinciano levelling up to Suave. What about the track conditions? If you remember the show from last week, I wasn't sure about Generals at Rosehill. She's back to Rosehill, but railed through. Hopefully a bit of irrigation. She'll be OK, but no big pluses anyway.
All right, I like the look of this. 3 clear standouts, Mike, but who gets the best position in run?
Landing in the right spot at Rosehill can make all the difference. Brasilica, he's a hot shot. Probably could have got a goal bar. Allison a toughie as well, and Sheriff, inside barrier, hard to beat.
All right, so Suave, Jen Rules and Vinciano, they've been in front for a long way here, Mike, and well, that makes me think, why did you bother doing all this analysis with two of your girls already in the show, ranked right on top? Let's have a look now. I think I might know where these tips are going. Let's bring the market back in and have a look at all the ratings. And, well, quite simply there, Mike, Jen Rules and Vinciano, 2 you've back last start, 2 we didn't get a return on, but they're value again, and they are on top.
You're sitting in front of your laptop late at night, you're trying not to be biased, then 2 of your girls come out equal top rated with a favourite, and you wonder, have I been biased? You let me know. But they're both going to be hard to beat. Jen Rules with the bias better this week, the rail and the true, and Vinciano's so tough. Watch those replays from last preparation. She always smashes the line. OK, so Jen Rules there on top for us to get the day started. The next race we're having a look at is the ATC Cup over the 2,000 metres, and let's step straight into the market here with a few of these potentially off to the Magic Millions Stayers races, so keep your eyes out for that. But it is House of Cartier with some really good support, $5 into $3.70. Had the backing beating Sir Pippin last start, and big gaps in behind to 2,000, a big tick. Allwood $5. If you're wondering where this horse has been, it's been up in Queensland. Morton's Fork $5.50. Love the way this horse finished last start. Taikamuchi there on the backup, $8.50, and some money in from $15. We've got Emperor's Way there, $10, hitting the line well with Morton's Fork last start, and of course Highbridge resuming here for Waller, Mike. But House of Cartier, that was a very, very last start impressive win. Yeah, well, we'll look at that in a second. It cost us, didn't it? Because we had Sir Pippin the second horse. Let's look at the Rosehill Cup. Probably one of the better form references coming to this race on Saturday. Morton's Fork out wide, running on really well. Emperor's Way, a horse we didn't mind this day, probably had absolutely every single chance and drifted in the market. So you've got to say the horse in the orange and white, probably a better unstew.
Yeah, look, that was exactly the question I was going to ask you, Mike. There's 2 out here. Advantage Emperor's Way here, but love the way that Morton's Fork just fought that last 50 metres. A little bit better.
Yeah, pretty strong the last 150 metres, but that is his racing pattern, isn't it? Okay. Drawn wide, will get back, doesn't always quicken, wants a bit of tempo, runs on late, which always makes him that little bit risky. All
right, let's have a look at the one they've backed now, House of Cartier. And, well, wasn't this a win? We were on Sir Pippin this day, as you said, but was always scared of this horse, Mike. John Sargent, these 4-year-old mares. This is an Alamosa mare, and this is simply just a horse on the way up.
And there was money, late money, wasn't there? So obviously she's going well. The trial was good. This win was good. Sir Pippin was cruising. He loomed up, but she was just too strong and she pulled away, which you always love to see.
Yep.
How does the form rate? Well, there's a couple of form references we can use through Mr. Shahud, which ties in Morton's Fork to House of Cartier. Similar form references and probably more upside for the mare, Stu.
All right, love the gaps there, Mike. A length back to second and a couple of lengths back there to third. That's all we want to see.
I know you like it.
Let's have a look now and get this race started as we always do. Who's got the gold for the form in the ATC Cup?
Like we said, the form ties in House of Cartier, Morton's Fork and Alwide. You can't deny he's going well up in Brisbane.
All right, the favourites have got the form. Light them up. What about the progression, Mike?
She's got progression. We're just guessing how much. She was good last prep. She might be better than this prep. Black on Gold can improve length second up.
OK, so it's House of Cartier, the one they have to catch, the favourite. What about the distance? Who does that help?
Well, I think most of them should be OK. Taikamuchi, the increase should help, and Black on Gold should help, but most of them OK. Grey Line, maybe back in distance, a bit of a negative. OK,
so Black on Gold levelling up to House of Cartier there. What about the good track?
Highbridge loves a good track, but most of them in the market should be fine.
All right, and a position and run. We've got a nice little race here.
Yeah, I think Waterhouse bot followers love on paces, love inside barriers, and they get that on Saturday.
OK, so it's House of Cartier maintaining the lead from Black on Gold levelling up, and look, a host of runners in behind there. Most of the market front runners favoured there, Mike. Let's have a look now to see where we're going to play here. And, well, look, we've pretty much got this nice 4-year-old mare right on the up, but look, these are really seasoned stayers, Mike, and they're all that sort of listed Group 3 level.
Yeah, exactly. They're sort of the second, third tier stayers in Sydney. And those top two, I quite like them. House of Cartier, Black on Gold. I might back them, might have cover bets on them.
Yep.
But when you go down the page and you see a horse at $5-1, $51 with Magic Millions form that was had no luck last. I got way too far back. You've just got to back them, don't you? He's in the mix. He might not win. Back him each way at Massive Oz, tumultuous.
Only a length behind on the ratings. They're the ones you've got to look for. $51 there each way for us. There's a look at 2 races at Rosehill Gardens this weekend. Stick around after the break. We've got 3 more coming your way. Welcome back to Key Factors presented by the raceguide.com.au. We're having a look at 5 big races from Rosehill Gardens this weekend, and the next race we're looking at is the Festival Stakes. Over the 1,500 metres, Group 3 level, and we have some form lines coming through here. We've got championships, we've got Snake Gully Cup form, we've got a few of these fresh, but it is Ranier on top with the betting. It's been up for a while now, just missed in Melbourne, freshened for this, $4.60 favourite. Bobbing, $11 into $5.50. Some great money here. Nice late at Newcastle. No wait, 1,500. Tick, tick. Don't give a damn. $6. A Snake Gully Cup winner. Renewal, $6.50. Coming back from the Hunter, onto the Hunter from the 1,500. We've got Sambro here, $7. Resuming 2 nice trials. Will this horse go forward? Moss Trip, $10. Ready now, but gets back. But Ranier, Mike, deserved favourite or not?
Oh, I'm not so sure. Inside barrier, tempo variable. He needs tempo. I'm not going to look at him, but he definitely needs tempo on Saturday to win. Let's have a look at Moss Trip, which is probably the best form references coming into this race, apart from the Hunter. Both good form references. Moss Trip, first up, terrible in Melbourne. Second up, much better, alongside Really Min Ruby. And chased Really Min Ruby this day. Really strong one. Eldorado Dreaming, which cost us, I think, 3 gorillas in the Gong, Calcutta stew. She couldn't get past her, so it's a pretty good run, wasn't it?
Look, it was. We're looking at the battle of the pink here, isn't it? Reel them in. But look, the runners in behind you said Eldorado Dreaming, Lover. Some serious form lines around here.
Yeah, great form references. And also good to find a horse that's 4th up, coming off carnival form. Not many horses like that on Saturday at Rosehill Gardens.
All right, and as we do here a lot on Key Factors, we go through the archives, and look, we're going to go back pretty much a year. Don't give a damn. Last time to Rosehill at the 1,500 metres, and well, we speak of form lines, Mike. Mahalunga and Fierce Impact could not get to Don't Give a Damn this day. That'll do.
Doesn't get much better than this. I think he's getting better this preparation. He's fitter, he's screwed down now. And this is just an example of what he can do. If he repeats this on Saturday, he simply wins. We talk about certain types, certain tracks. He absolutely loves Rosehill Gardens. Big, strong, muscular, powerful, gets on pace, can quicken. He's the right type on Saturday. He's going to be very hard to beat.
He is a nice type, gets in the right spot, as you said.
Good margin
to see where they are there at Rosie on Saturday. Let's get this race started now and light up the form, Mike. We're looking for the gold, and keep your eye on the top right.
It is a close race. Ranier was suited by the tempo last up, but he ran well. Sambro, good in the Magic Millions a long time ago, last year. And Moss Trip, she was good last start as well.
OK, so a lot of these just within a length of each other. This looks good. What about the progression?
Yeah, Bobbing can improve 3rd up. He probably took a bit of a step back 2nd up. Can he bounce back? And Live and Free, big kicker 2nd up. He goes much better.
All right, that's some nice odds as well. What about the distance?
Yeah, distance includes tempo. That's the risk for Ranier. We talked about. If it backs off, he won't win. Renewal, last time to 1,500 metres. He just peaked the last 100 metres. OK, so pretty much gold for everything bar the favourite there. And, well, who's suited on the dry track? I think lots of them. There's a lot of gold. We're basically saying Sambro, maybe not a Rosehill type. A couple others out of the market, not suited as well.
OK, Don't Give a Damn. Bobbing, Moss Trip, Live and Free. Position in run. Who gets this one?
Rosie punters, love it on pacer. Don't Give a Damn gets a nice spot. And Live and Free with the blinkers on. He could surprise a few and settle just a couple of pairs back.
Yeah, we know plenty of those punters, don't we, that love a hard, fast Rosehill. Don't Give a Damn, and Live and Free out in front. But this looks like a nice race to play with here, Mike. Let's bring back all the ratings in, because it is time for a bet here. And like I said at the top, mate, we've got some interesting Snake Gully Cup form we've got to weigh up, and against all this other form lines, Mike. But look, it's a wide open field, $4.60. But again, you've found one here, $16 equal rater on top.
Yeah, love those top 4. Don't Give a Damn, great form references, loves Rosehill. Live and Free, only a couple of lengths behind Bobbing last start.
Yep.
And he should shoot through the roof. 2nd up at Moss Trip, we just talked about. Group 2 form lines, pick any of those 4 that you like. We'll go with Don't Give a Damn and Live and Free just because of the odds. But any of those 4 can win, we think.
All right, Don't Give a Damn there for us in race number 7. Let's get along now to race number 8, and is one of the features of the day. It's the Starlight Stakes over the 1,100 metres at listed level, and Handle the Truth. Love the Cozzy win. Of course, we've got Quackerjack form. Back to 1,100 metres here. Keen to get your thoughts on that. $2.70. Bon Ami, $4.80. Good chasing the pace in the Hunter. Back in grade here. Loves Rosehill. Sandbar, what an ultra consistent horse this is. $7.50. Glenall back in the winner's circle last start at the Kenzo. Baller, interesting runner, resuming $10. Love that trial. Badajoz there at $11. A real genuine sprinter for mine. But Handle the Truth, that was a serious win in the Cozzy, Mike.
Unbelievable win. When the stable vibes are good, there's a few ways that we can find out as punters. Obviously, maybe we know someone that works for the stable, get a bit of mail. Nice. But when the stable mail is that strong, The money starts to come, and boy, this horse has been well back his last couple. This is him a couple of starts ago. Victorian with group level form, no good, couldn't get past him. He was so strong, wasn't he, Stu?
Yeah, look, Victorian, when I saw this horse range up, I thought it was going to, Mike, but look, you just got to concede that this is a serious win. It's a great race, Victorian, Noble Boy, we've got Bobbing, and just Nash, so good.
Yeah, he's soon to be the pride of Canberra. Keith Dryden, great trainer. This is definitely the pride of his stable. Back to 1100, bit of a question. But when he beats Victorian this easily over 1200, not too bad at all, Stu.
Yep, all right. Well, very interesting to look at. Let's have a look at one of these other rock-solid horses in the race. We're going to look at Sandbar here, going back a few weeks, and what a nice patient ride by Christian Reith here, just on the inside, gets the gap, and, well, a horse like this, Mike, he just wanted to win.
So reliable, so consistent, gets on pace, kicks and fights, probably the perfect mix.
Yeah.
Brad Whittup had Jungle Eyes, who came second. He didn't want these horses to race each other. You can see why. They're obviously both going well. He can improve, he can progress. Look back through his form. He's got Golden Rose form around graph, etc. A very good horse on pace.
All right, a nice replay to have a look at there. Two really consistent types. That's what you want to see. Let's get this race started now, Mike. We're looking for the gold. First thing, as always, is the form.
They're hard to beat, but a lot of horses are hard to beat. Handle of the Truth, only beaten by Quackerjack recently. Light him up.
All right, so it's a favourite. As you'd expect, they've got a catch, but are they going to do that? Who's got the progression?
Talk about Quackerjack. He should have won the Gong, shouldn't he? Baller can improve first up. Freshening, he likes that. Spending to win as well. He races well fresh too.
Yeah, what a mighty run that was. What about the distance?
Here's the risk for the favourite. 1100 metres. If you're coming into those short odds, you might feel a bit risky, but the stable's obviously confident because the money is flowing, Stu.
Gold everywhere bar the favourite. Very interesting. But does this favourite like the dry track?
Doesn't mind it, but Bonamy likes it better. Albumin loves a dry Rosehill too.
OK, Bonamy out in front. We've got Baller and Albumin right there in behind. That's some nice odds, Mike. What about position in run?
Bit of a frog in the throat. Chauffeur likes it, and Spending to Win on pace gets a good spot too.
All right, so it's Bonamy hanging on from Baller and Albumin as we've run our mini race here, Mike. And well, this field looks absolutely stacked to me. I don't know how much convincing you've done to me there. Let's have a look at the ratings because I reckon the punters need a bet in this race. $4.80 on top here. One of the favourites, Bonamy. But look, there's plenty of value in behind there, Mike. It could be just a matter of one of those, I like this horse at decent odds, I'm going to have a play.
Absolutely. All the way down the page. There's a bit of a difference in the ratings there, but with sprinters, they can come on, they can come off, they can go hot, they can go cold. We'll guess a couple of first uppers are going to go hot, but we really don't know. Baller and Albumin, 1100 metres Rosehill, near the pace, tough to beat. But whatever you like at home, we're not going to put you off. All
right, ball up for us there in race number 8. And let's wrap it up now with race number 9. How did you come up with this race, Mike? 1,500 metres, benchmark 78 handicap to end the day. Let's start here. $11 into $5.50 for Convinced. Solid form lines, obviously, through the spring stakes. A real progressive 3-year-old. Reflectivity, $6.50. We know this horse is very good on its day, has the class. Miss Redoble, $6.50. A great effort at Newcastle behind Pin Up Miss. We've got Orsane, $6.50, getting closer, just missing here at the midweeks at the latest. There's Pin Up Miss off that last start win. To Nero, interesting runner, $8.50. Great fresh run behind Romany Girl, about a month freshen up since. But Mike, a nice open betting race to end the day for the Get Out Stakes.
Yeah, a lot with similar form lines, but one brings Carnival, the Flemington form, which could just be better than this. Let's look at Reflectivity first up. A soft track he doesn't really like. A strong tempo he doesn't really like, but boy, he fought on pretty well. He was only a couple of lengths behind in 5th. The horse on the inside in pink went on to win a listed race 2 starts later, so the form references are strong.
Yep, OK.
But there's always a but in this, Stu.
There is.
Last preparation, he failed second up, so I'm just a little bit worried about him second up on Saturday.
OK, second up, and we're talking top weight here in the handicap in the last as well.
Yeah, but benchmark 78 for a horse that's got great form references. You go back through his form, all the horses he's raced around, they've all progressed past his current rating.
Yep.
So all he has to do is produce this, and I think he'll win on Saturday.
All right, just looking at this over the concluding stages. A nice replay to have a look at, Mike. Let's have a look at Strike Rock. Not last start, not a few starts. We're going back 5 starts here. We're talking Warwick Farm. We're at the mile. And look, Mike, comes up the inside here, but it won. It won well.
You're probably wondering why I'm looking at this replay. So many in between. Well, you always say, Stu, sometimes I don't factor in jockey enough. This is with Bowman on a few starts ago. And it is showing how good Bowman is up the inside and how good this horse can accelerate. A compact type, a strong type with a big turn of foot. The perfect type of horse for Rosehill 1,500 metres on Saturday.
Are you saying Waller Bowman's a good combination?
The best.
All right, let's get stuck into this race to finish off. Race number 9. On the form, Reflectivity. We saw the replay, it's got the form.
James Mack after Saturday, Mr. C. Well, Reflectivity, great form after last start, on pace, strong tempo. Light him up.
All right, so many good jockeys and trainer combinations going around. Let's get the race started here, Mike. Progression.
Usually reflectivity improves second up, but last preparation he didn't, so we won't light him up. Convinced, big upside for a young horse, and Pit Up Miss, she's a lovely type. She can improve as well.
Okay, Convinced and Reflectivity only a length ahead of a host of these, Mike. What about the distance?
Orcien, 14 to 15, he should like. He's a strong finisher. Strike Rock, 18 back to 15. Much better for him. He simply peaked last start.
This race is looking like a dartboard, mate. Distance, who gets this?
Looking for distance or track conditions, reflectivity. Rosehill Gardens from a soft Flemington, much better for him.
Okay, so a little edge here for reflectivity, but not too much. Position in run, who's got it?
I've closed my eyes, I've
Here
had
we
a
go.
dream. Reflectivity, box seats, they peel off late in the day. He kicks up the inside. Jean Van Overmeer gets a city winner. Simple as that.
All right, it cleared out there, reflectivity. 2 lengths. Is there some confidence here? Let's see. We're going to bring all this to a close, Mike. It is the Get Out Stakes. The punters want to go home from Rosehill a winner. Here's all the ratings. I said it was a dartboard, mate, but you've made a little case here for reflectivity late in the day. Let's see if $6.50 will hold up.
Yeah, stage of prep, such a big key factor for him. He was off a tough run first up. They freshened him up for some reason. Maybe didn't recover that well. But if he repeats that run from the box seat with Jean Van Overmeer on board, he will kick up the inside and he will simply win. Strike Rock with Bowman, he'll quicken as well. He'll be hard to beat each way.
All right, so some nice confidence there. Reflectivity in the last with Strike Rock as the value. There's a look at 5 big races from Rosehill Gardens, but stick around after the break. We've got our $100 hot seat and our charity multi coming your way. Welcome back to Key Factors, presented by the raceguide.com.au. Well, we've had a look at 5 big races at Rosehill Gardens, Mike, but we want to get the punters home with plenty more winners than just those 5. Let's try for all 9, mate. What do you reckon?
Another fill-up. Please, punting gods. We want 2 in a row. Muntasir up from Melbourne, so hard to beat. Bullet Speed, the definite favourite in the highway. The first highway, Spilt as well, hard to beat.
Yep.
Jen Rules, the tip in race 4 again. She was a tip last week and she was good out wide. Mansa Musa on pace, so hard to beat. The biggest roughie and the best roughie today, Tumultuous, could win the Magic Million staying race and could win on Saturday. Don't Give a Damn loves Rosehill. Baller loves 1,100 metres, and Reflectivity loves the inside barrier stew. All
right, always good to see a $51 shot appear in the bets, Mike. And, well, there's the other bets and the hot seat, mate. It's back. It was a big win last week. Some really good winners there.
Yeah, don't look at the graph of this. It's a messy watch. It's up, it's down. Let's hope it's up again on Saturday. Jen Rules and Vinciano, my girls in race 4. I could have put more money on them, but that probably would have been personal bias. Tumultuous, 5 each way at $50. The bundle bet, Moss Trip, live and free. Don't Give a Damn. Don't mind bobbing, but Jeezy gets a long way back. Reflectivity, the best bet on a difficult day, and Strike Rock, the best each way bet in the same race.
Yeah, nice value there. Okay, the profit just starting to come back up, and that's exactly what we're doing in the charity multi as well, Mike. We're sailing towards $1,000 for dementia. That's our aim, so let's get it over the line after a big result last week. The all-up multi. Well, Jen, a bit of redemption here. She's back. Let's put her in. $9.50. Reflectivity, you've nearly sold me there in the last. Well, you have. There's $10 at 62. And let's stick with these Cornellas, mate. How good was that one last week? We'll box them up. I know you've done the bundle bet. We've got Moss Trip. That's the classy mare. We've got live and free second up. And, of course, Don't Give a Damn, the Rosehill specialist. And I love seeing those replays. Let's put $10 on that.
And as we always do, we'll put a box trifecta on just in case. $7.79 finally returned, finally getting close to the 1,000. It was difficult for a while, Stu.
It was, but we're back, mate. Let's good luck to everyone heading out to Rosehill Gardens this weekend, and head to the raceguide.com.au because that's what we love, the feature profiling on a dry, hard, fast Rosie. You love it.
I love it. Good punting on Saturday.